girl came past me, and right away I had this instinct to say to her, I stopped her, I said, there's a lot of energy being radiated into this world. And sometimes we can absorb that and get out of balance. What I would suggest for you is to take off your shoes. Let this energy discharge into the ground and slow down. And suddenly I knew to say, I didn't know her at all. Something did, though. I said, you need to slow down. I know that this is a weird thing for you to hear. How would I know that? I didn't know her, but I was right. Her response was like the hurried, anxious white bunny rabbit in Wonderland. I'm late, I gotta go. She says, I'm the type of person that needs to keep going. If you knew me, I'd have to walk fast. Meaning the spirit was utilizing me in that moment to try to slow her down so she understood life. And then she kept walking and I kept walking. I ran into her again today. And just the dialogue, which I thought was just normal dialogue, after it occurred, I'm like, For whatever reason, in that moment, I felt as if I couldn't remember if it was yesterday or the day before when I ran into her. I said, hey, I remember, didn't I talk to you? And she said, yes, it was yesterday at such and such a time. I said, oh, well, I don't really keep track of time, so I don't know when that was. And then I'm walking away, and she kept walking, and I kept walking, and I realized that was another message to her from Spirit. I don't really keep track of time. She's too time-oriented. She's too mechanical. And it was just sending a subtle mess. Here I am, and what it showed to me after that was, yes, I care about everybody. My life may apparently seem extreme right now. I'm taking on a huge load. But the Spirit's still concerned about this girl and her paradigm. No matter how insignificant my current paradigm may think her paradigm is, no matter that there's all this evil occurring in this cancerous state, the Spirit just kind of came in there and wanted her to slow down. It's concerned about everybody proportional to their paradigm. It cares about everybody simultaneously. With all this extreme stuff going on, right? Right then, it coordinated me to just make her slow down a little bit and relax. It's doing its job through everybody. It's concerned about all of you, proportional to your experience. When you're open to Spirit, you become more and more open to Spirit, and you recognize more and more how it creates this reality for you. And if your intention is by Spirit, it helps you to bear learning the nature of your true reality by being with you through it. And you start to see how it's there. It's with you. Just open up to its cues, its guidance. It will never do more than necessary or less than necessary. And then the more open to that you are, the more you see how you were just placed. You didn't even know it. You were just placed in a position where you were guiding somebody else. Now, if you tried to guide them because you think you're wise out of the ego and you have arrogance, forget it. Whatever you think you know, because of how many books you've read or what your grades were in school or how many coffee shops you've been in where you've had your arrogant, condescending look on your face as you regurgitate whatever you think you've learned in this world, think it's your own expression. That's nowhere. That's nothing. That's if your intention is love, then it shows you that. Like right before I saw this girl today, there was a family walking by, and this young, chubby girl with a broken arm, really young, like 8 or 9. And she's just enjoying the nature and looking at everything the way the creative Spirit wants it. It loves it when you notice its flower. The cancer is when you cut a flower for your own greed, and now it only has a short time to live, when really being out in nature for all beings to appreciate it was its design. Now you take away its roots. That's anyway, she's experiencing it. And so I said, hi. And she said, hi. Quick to say hi. The Spirit puts in my mind strong in her. See? And then comes this other girl who's locked into her paradigm of hurrying through everything, a calloused personality. She was awkward saying hi. She didn't know how to communicate anymore. She's the, quote, adult with, quote, wisdom, because she fits into the, quote, system very well. And she was awkward in recognizing my love intention. And the Spirit made me take a look at that, not to insult her, but to see it as a disorder. Then I was walking down a trail and there was somebody probably volunteering to push around in a wheelchair somebody who was handicapped. And she's talking on her cell phone while she's pushing this girl. I could see the detachment. And I walked up and I said, oh, okay, fine, I'll push her while you're on the phone. And then she pushes me away, this girl. Completely detached from the girl in the wheelchair. And the girl in the wheelchair couldn't speak. She looked at me and she recognized right away. She went, as if to say she knew that I loved her and understood her. And here's this other girl thinking that she's doing the right thing by blocking my access to this other girl. Completely oblivious to who she just pushed away. And the handicapped girl knew it. And I just gave her a smile and I just whispered to her, she doesn't know what she's doing. I wanted to just push that girl out of the way. Take over as the volunteer. She was being mechanical and totally ignoring that girl. Just pushing her around. Doesn't understand her consciousness. So I just loved the girl in the wheelchair. And let her know. And I was, about maybe 800 feet ahead of them around the corner, and I realized the Spirit put in my mind, I give special attention to them. You may perceive them as struggling, but notice a lot of them are happy. Remember, reality is only relative, and the only thing that matters is my love. No matter how unhappy you think they are in comparison to you, the truth is a lot of them are way more happy than the average person because of my love. I heard that girl yell out, and I knew. You're all going to learn the love of God.